Good morning, everyone. It is Amy Wolf here with Stable Yoga, and welcome to a chilly day in the barn here in Sonoma County. We are just approaching the holidays, and I wanted to dive in today talking about winter, the water element, and how we can really nourish and support ourselves during this time. At this time of year, we're really in this juxtaposition of, with our internal clocks wanting to turn inward, slow down, have a little space, have a little quiet. And then externally out in the world, we're supposed to be going to parties and connecting, COVID consciously, of course. And it's really this push and pull, this fire and water, this battle of the elements going on inside. So I hope this practice today can help support you and nourish you in this 20-30 minute flow that we're going to have before the holidays. We're going to start in a comfortable seat and just get warm. Bring your hands together, our yin and yang sides, our right and left sides, and just start to rub the hands together. Create a little heat, create a little energy. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your nose. And then we're going to place our hands right here below the belly button, so your thumbs can come together right at the belly button. Your index fingers can come together right here at the pubic bone. You're going to make a little triangle right here in the pelvic bowl, as we call it, really on the flip side, our center place of the Ming Men, which is where we create some fire for our body. So inhale through your nose. We'll start with some pranayama, all the way in between your hands, and then exhale, push it out. I'm going to start with some Kapalabhati breath. So we're going to do that quickly, 10 times in and out. Ready? Breathe in. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Again, 10 times fast. Breathe in through your nose. 10 times quick, in and out of the nose. Big breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Once more, a deep breath in through your nose. Stoke the fire with your breath, 10 quick ones. Big inhale. Open your mouth, let it go. Let your hands drop down. Take a deep breath in, go a little taller. Just notice if you can feel a little internal temperature rise within yourself. If you're sitting up on a bolster as I am, let's slide that out from underneath you, and we'll begin in child's pose. Rather than the normal wide leg child pose, we're going to bring our knees together to create a little bit more support for the rib cage, for the back, for our kidneys. Actually, let's start taking our hands back, right behind you here, where the kidneys lie, just below the ribs. Just take a deep breath in there. Notice if you can feel any sensation as you take a breath there. And then exhale, slowly fold forward. Let your hands drop behind you. Let your forehead drop down to your mat or the carpet. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I want you to just continue to stay here, breathing and filling the backside of your body. So I want you to breathe in through your nose and see if you can inflate the lungs. Upper lungs, the mid lungs, the lower lungs, all the way down to the low back and the pelvis, and then slowly let the breath pour out. So being that we're in this time of winter, the element of water, I want you to imagine a wave as you breathe in. Feel it crest and rise and flood up through the spine, all the way down into the pelvis. And as you exhale, just let it go. Let's just slow down our breath, slow down our thoughts. Use this imagery of water crescendoing, filling us up, and then washing over, grounding us, soaking us deeper into the earth beneath us. Just take a few more rounds of breath like that, allowing yourself to settle in, arrive in, land right here and right now. Let's take one more breath in together. Exhale it out. Slowly extend your arms out in front of you and walk them over towards the right, placing your left hand on top of your right. Give me a few breaths just flooding in the whole left kidney. You may feel this QL attachment, the quadratus lumborum. It really connects our rib cage to our pelvis. It can be the root of a lot of low back problems. This is the time of year that we tend to experience neck and back problems. Our issues and our tissues tend to rear their ugly heads there. And walk your hands over in the opposite direction, this time placing your right on top of your left. Of the right kidney, the right lower back. The space in between the bones, right? Our 12th rib and our pelvis. One more in breath. Exhale, walk your hands back. We'll roll up through cat. Find a nice stable place here. Separate your knees, ground underneath your hips. Take a few rounds of cat and cow. Letting your body and your breath find some alignment and some groove together. Yoking them together. That's where the word yoga originated. Yoking our mind, body, and spirit. Good. And then find a nice, long, neutral spine. We'll extend our right leg back behind you. And what I want you to do is just anchor through the ball of your foot here. And I want you to press right in between the bones right there. This is where kidney 1 lies. Kidneys are the organ of the winter time. So let's just shift back and forth. Stretch through the soles of your feet. The kidney and the urinary bladder are the yin and yang organs of winter. Or winter is the season of the yin and yang organs of the kidney and urinary bladder. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. Find your neutral space right in between. We're going to float your leg right up off the ground. Okay, keep it not too high so that you lose the integrity of your spine. Really press down and ground through your hands. Take a breath in here. And then bring your knee towards your nose, round and hollow out. Keep your knee bent as you lift up. Point your toes to the sky. Look up. Exhale, round and hollow. Inhale, lift, open. Exhale, round and squeeze. One more time, lift and squeeze. Exhale, round. Good, extend your legs straight back. And we're going to swing our leg out to the right. Just ground down here, one-legged cat and cow. Again, finding that yoke and union of your breath. Kidney meridian then kind of spins up the inside of the foot and up the inseam of your leg. So you should feel us awakening that right here and right now. Good. Find a nice long neutral spine. Take your left arm to the sky, open up, and then thread the needle under and through. Take your cheek and ear to the mat, extend your right hand overhead, peel your right hip back as you open. Give me a big breath in and twist open. You can even take your right hand back to your kidneys below the lowest rib. Good. Unwind. Come back to center. Lengthen out. Let's go ahead and stand on our base leg, coming up to open gate pose. Arms open wide. Give me a big in breath. Hands to your heart. Extend your arms out. Wake up. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. Let's come back to center, stretch up, drop your right hand down, take your left arm up, give me a big in breath. Just awaken, maybe you want to bend this top elbow, let your head fall back. You should really feel this now, right around the hips, the top of the pelvis. Send a few breaths of awareness, love, and attention there. Give me another inhale, reach your arm high. Let's ground it down and come into a supported side plank. Spin your bottom foot in, take your right arm to the sky, give me a breath in. Thread underneath you, exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Good. Inhale, lift it, hold it. Maybe you want to lift your bottom leg here. Hold it, or you can go ahead and take a bind. Just want you to really focus on opening up in this space right underneath your collarbones, right? This is where the kidney meridian ends. Just trying to open that channel and the pathway so that our energy can flow freely there. Right? Our energy really comes from the kidneys, right? That's where our reserves lie. Good. Extend and reach. Let's take our right arm up and overhead. Elbow to knee. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. One more time. Lift. Lower your foot down. Rise all the way back up into open gate pose. We're going to come into a variation of low side angle. So spin your right toes to the side. Forearm to your thigh. Stretch up and overhead. Give me a breath. And a twist. If you want to add a little bit more awakening through the collarbone, bend your elbow and twist open. Notice if you want to stay in a little movement here, a little awareness, if you'd rather be in some stillness. Give me a big inhale and come on back to center. Let's bring your knees underneath you and lower down to child's pose. Give me a few rounds of breath here. In and out. One more in breath. Exhale, roll up through cat. Let's find neutral spine. Good. This time we're going to extend your left leg behind you. Remember, we're just going to find that kidney one right into the balls of your foot and just shift back and forth here. Arm bones are strong, collarbones are open. Draw your belly in. Just feel the energy all the way through your heel, through your toes, up the posterior chain of your body, the back side of our body, right? This is the channel of the urinary bladder. Good. Let's find a nice neutral space there. And then float your leg up. Bring your knee towards your nose, round your spine. Keep your knee bent, toes up. And then exhale, round. Knee bent, toes up. Exhale, round. So we're feeling this little variation of cat and cow. Lift and squeeze. Extend your leg back. Breathe. Swing it out to the side. Go ahead and anchor the whole inseam of the foot down. Drop your belly. Open up. One-legged cow and one-legged cat. Two more. One-legged cow. One-legged cat. Lengthen out. Hold it. Right arm to the sky. Awaken. And thread the needle. Take your arm under your cheek and ear down to the mat. Walk your left arm overhead and peel open. Give me a few breaths here. If you want to take your left hand to your left kidney, do that. Give me a few breaths there. Can you imagine that every breath you're taking is giving you nourishment, is replenishing your reserves, filling your well? Give me another inhale. Unwind. Okay, we're going to rise up to stand on our knees. Stretch high. Give me a breath. Hands to your heart. Open and extend your arms. Take a twist to the left and a twist to the right. Inhale. Ooh, I don't know about you, but my range of motion isn't so hot on this side. So I did have hip surgery on this left hip. I don't know, 13 years ago now. And it's still just a little different. It's great, but it doesn't quite work the same, right? We're so worried sometimes about having balance in the right sides and left sides of our body, but they're not innately balanced anyway. Come back to center. Good. Let's take that nice, beautiful reverse, whoops, right arm to the sky, lift. If you want to bend your elbow, go ahead and do that. Stretch up. Just awaken the whole right seam of your body. You may be feeling some sensations and a little movement there. We like to stuff things we want to deal with later in our little side bodies. One more breath. Extend your right arm up. Supported side plank. So your right hand's going to come down. And swing that gate closed with your right foot. Take your left arm to the sky. Breathe. Thread the needle under. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread. Inhale, reach. Let's hold it. And let's float your left leg off the ground. You might need to walk your right fingers forward a little bit. Maybe you want to take a bind here. Kick back. If you can't make this bind, no worries. right? Staying right here is just as good. As you kick back, feel a little pull and opening of your collarbone. Focus your breath and energy there. So great that you took this time. Even just doing this for yourself is amazing. Give me another breath right there. Extend and reach. Take your left arm overhead, elbow to knee around and squeeze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Hold it. Drop your left leg down. Let's rise up. And low side angle. Spin your left toes to the left. Drop your left forearm to your thigh. We'll stretch up and overhead. Peel your shoulder blades back. Twist your ribs open. And then maybe bend your right elbow. So you'll feel this beautiful spiral inside your body. This lovely awakening. As you breathe in and peel open. So in this winter season, the color is also black or midnight blue. Notice if you're drawn to that, probably because of the darkness. Good. Give me one more inhale. And come on back. Bring your knees underneath you, back to child's pose. 2 cycles of breath here. The flavor of winter is salty, which makes me feel good. I don't feel so bad when I'm craving my French fries, which I believe are the ultimate junk food. Give me some loaded fries and you got yourself a meal. Rise up through. Cat pose. Find a nice neutral spine. We're going to go back to downward facing dog. Hips high, head low. Only focusing again on the back side of the body, the posterior chain. Pedal your feet back and forth. And just notice if there's tension a little bit more down one side of your body than the other. Rise to the balls of both feet. Get the stretch all the way down to kidney 1. Stick your booty way up in the air. Ground your heels down. We'll do 2 more just like that. So you're going to draw your belly in. Rise to the balls of your feet. Ground your heels down. And one more time. Rise up, up, up. And ground down. Let's look towards your hands. Take a nice walk towards the top of your mat. Feet hip width. Fold over your legs. Catch your elbows. We'll do a little fascial bounce and release here for your upper back. Your spine. Just let yourself dangle and hang. Give me another in-breath. Drop your hands down. Let's swing our hands right around to our kidneys, making a little fist, right? And we're just going to give ourselves some little taps and awaken through the hips, the kidneys, the low back, even down the out seams of your body, wherever you need it. And then drop your hands down. Slowly roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Ground through your feet. Roll up. Let's sweep up high. Give me a nice, beautiful in-breath. And then hands to your heart. Again, sweep out and up. Fill, grow through your spine. Hinge forward and fold. Nice, soft knees. Nice, long, flat back. Take a halfway lift. Get long and strong through your body. We'll step back to high plank. For a moment, just to gain a little strength and core awareness, I want you to go back and forth between your toes and your heels. Turn on every muscle in your body, so your thighs, your quads, and your hamstrings are squeezing your femur bones. Your belly's drawing in, your shoulders are sliding back, your ears are pulling back. Give me a little in-breath. Drop your knees down. We'll lower all the way down. I'm going to have to move my bolster out of the way here. And peel up for cobra pose. Just a nice in-breath. Elbows in, forehead down. We'll do 2 more like that. Breathe in, rise up. Doesn't matter how high you go in your cobra. 1 more in-breath. Hold it. Look over your right shoulder. Look over your left. Come back to center, forehead to the mat. High plank. You can always go through your knees. And back to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high to the sky. Give me a breath. Just move around and awaken that. Step through, and we're going to come to high crescent lunge. Push off your right foot. Rise up to the ball of your left foot. Sweep your arms high. Give me a big, beautiful in-breath. And then open up your arms to a T. Take a nice twist to the right. And a twist to the left. And a twist to the right. And a twist to the left. And a slow twist to the right. Reverse it. Take your left arm up. Exalt it. Rise up, reach up. And we're going to turn to the left. We're going to come into skater pose. Swing your arms down, bend and squeeze. You're feeling that beautiful inseam, the kidney meridian again. Belly zipped up and then switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Spin your right toes. We're going to come into reverse warrior. Lift it up, stretch it up. Side angle pose. Bring your forearm to your thigh. Take your arm up. How does that feel? Maybe reach it up and overhead. Maybe you want to bend your elbow again and twist open. Give me a nice in-breath and out-breath. Inhale and exhale. Now stretch up and overhead. Good, we're going to circle our hands down, point both toes in, straddle, fold. Just give me a few breaths here. Notice if it's different on one inseam of your leg than the other. Notice how that tensegrity system, if one side's pulling a little tighter, can just throw everything out of balance. Try to adjust the slack with your breath. Come to a long, flat back. And let's walk our hands towards the left. Step your right foot forward to meet your left. Come to a long, flat back. Fold in. We'll roll up slow and steady. All the way up to stand. Sweep your arms out and up. Give me a breath. Hands to your heart. Sweep down and up. Fill your lungs. Hinge forward and fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Step back to high plank. Left leg leads the way this time. And then squeeze everything nice and tight. Back and forth we go. Flat as a board, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Remember that? Squeeze through your fingertips. Take the weight off the heels of your hands. Come forward, drop to your knees. Elbows in, slowly lower down. 3 flowing cobras. Breathe in. Fold down, forehead to the mat. Fire up your legs as you peel up. Forehead down. One more time, rise and hold. Gaze over your right shoulder. Gaze over your left. Come back to center, forehead to the mat. High plank. Downward facing dog. Take your left leg to the sky. Give me a breath. Move around, awaken, really push the mat away. And step through to high crescent lunge. Push off your left foot, really ground through the ball of your right. Sweep up, stretch up. Open your arms, once again to a T. Find your balance there. Good, gently twist to the left. And twist to the right. Twist to the left. This is tough, right? You really have to work and squeeze your inner thighs together to hold your stability. Inhale. Exhale. One more time to the left. Reverse it, exalt it. Right arm goes up. Left arm can reach for your back thigh. Keep stretching and growing. And find the apex of your stretch, the peak here. And then take a quarter turn to the right for skater pose. Swing your arms to the right. And then the left. To the right. And to the left. To the right. Side angle, or we're going to come into reverse warrior. Spin your left toes up. Right, left arm reaches up, stretch and grow, and then side angle pose on the left. I got a little excited. See? Even I need to slow down. Sink deep into your hips. Sometimes you come into side angle and we really keep this right hip popped and we're holding the tension there to our shoulders. I want you to drop it down so we drop into the strength of our legs. Squeeze your heels towards each other. Then there's a freedom and awakenness, a lightness in your upper body. Bend and open. Just hold here and breathe. Take your gaze towards the sky as the sunlight is dwindling right now. Happy solstice, by the way, right? Oh my goodness, I just realized. Stretch up and overhead. And then circle your arms down, toes in, straddle, fold. Walk your hands over towards the right. Hold in, hook in. I want you to really feel the breath flood into your left kidney. Our kidneys are critical to really our overall balance and well-being. They regulate the fire and water in the body. Give me another in-breath. Slowly go to the other side. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. One more breath out. Let's walk your hands back to center. Come to a long flat back. We'll toe heel your feet back to hip width apart. Fold over your legs. Slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Sweep up. Bring your hands to your heart. How about a tree pose? Right foot comes up. Right along the inseam and ground. You can go anywhere along the leg, just not a joint. So stay away from the ankle joint or the knee joint. Find a nice, fresh, fleshy place and press in. And then feel the flesh press back into your foot. Good. And maybe open once again into the T or the cactus arms. You decide which one feels better on your shoulders. We'll take a little twist to the right. Come back to center, our little twisted tree here. Our Christmas tree is a little crooked this year. I don't know about yours. Come back to center. Leans a little to one side, stretch up. Hands to your heart, and we'll switch sides. Up the inseam, press. Press back so you feel this grounded stability in your trunk. Sweep your arms up high. To a T or to cactus arms, either work. Shoulder blades slide down. Gentle twist towards the left. Come back through center, towards the right. Back through center. Stretch up, reach up. Hands to your heart. Feet together. Give me a big in-breath. Fold over your legs, let it go. Halfway lift. Let's slowly bend your knees and lower down. Nice. Knees down. You can roll over your ankles or swing your feet around. We're going to come to butterfly pose or Baddha Konasana. Back of the bust quite a bit, so there's a nice generous space here between your heels and your groin. We're going to take a more yin approach to our butterfly pose today. Lengthen up, then gently fold and round forward. Letting your forehead, the top of your head, drop in. So be a rounded energy from the tail all the way through the crown. Feel a beautiful surrender into some space. Our yin energy keeps us lubricated, keeps our joints moving freely. It keeps us malleable and graceful. Right, see if we can let the yang energy of our major muscles go. And breathe in more to the sinews, our bones, ligaments, tendons. One more breath. Exhale it out. Slowly round up. Extend both legs forward. Reach your arms high. And let your hands just drop down. So rather than just going right for this forward fold, we're going to slowly roll down. Tuck your chin. Feel your shoulders hunch a bit. Allow your body to round into the forward fold today. And feel free to stop anywhere along the journey. As a matter of fact, when you feel resistance, I want you to pause there and just breathe. Just be. And after a few breaths, you may just notice that your body will surrender into a little bit of a deeper version of the pose on its own. And just ride the wave of your breath. Have no attachment to how far you go in this. You're just creating space and allowing your body to take it up. Breathe. Exhale. Slowly roll up. Nice job. Bend your knees. We're going to boot scooch forward just a little bit. Reach forward and roll slowly onto our backs. Take a full body stretch. I'm going to turn sideways here. Hug your right knee into your chest. I want you to feel a gentle release of your psoas muscle. So this is the fear muscle of the body. Fear is the emotion of winter. The emotion of water. Take that up and over the body. So when we have really fearful memories or emotions in our past, in our history, we often will store that in the hips. That's why sometimes you're doing yoga and you feel this big emotional release, especially when we're working on the hips. And just know that you're just finally letting go of something you don't need to carry anymore. You're lightening the load. Take a few breaths. Nice. One more beautiful inhale. Unwind onto your back, squeeze in. And take your left knee into your chest. Press your shin bone. Feel a gentle release. Sometimes I like to press my shin bone into my hands to create a little action and then release and let go. Stimulating a deeper releasing signal to the psoas, especially if they're stubborn, right? Last time, squeeze it in nice and tight. Maybe move around and explore it. Then take your knee up and over your body for a supine twist. Putting a bolster underneath this knee is a nice option as well. I highly recommend that. This is a time of year truly where less is more. Even though every commercial, every story you walk into is trying to tell you more is more. The truth is, internally, we're going to be so much more grateful if we have a little more space to connect, to listen, to experience. Take one last breath here. Unwind onto your back. Happy baby. So grab onto the soles of your feet, let your thigh bones go wide, gently rock back and forth. If you wish, you can extend one leg and the other. Now, I would love to end class today with a nice, juicy, restorative pose for Shavasana. So I'm not going to snuggle up to a wall just because a lot of my space is taken up, but you may. So imagine that I'm going to scooch my booty right up to a wall. And you're going to just let your legs come up the wall, and you're going to let your heels rest on the wall. So it doesn't matter if you're this far away or if you can let the entire backside of your legs hit the wall. If you don't have an open wall, you can do this just like I am right now. Let your big toes touch. This way the weight of your legs can rest upon one another. Let your arms open. And we're just going to allow the blood, the energy to drain from the feet, along the back sides of the legs, and right back down into the kidney area. I want you to just nourish that. You can even place a blanket underneath there, or a little extra support of a bolster or a block underneath your hips. Those are all good options as well. Close your eyes, and I invite you to stay here as long as you can, at least 5 minutes. But if you can stay here longer, good for you. Stay here, get quiet, get still. Allow yourself a chance to just breathe and be. Thank you for joining me. Have an amazing holiday. Namaste.